Every morning, every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Scotty and Daysey on Nova.
G'day friends, welcome to the podcast. Love what you're doing with your podcast selection. Really doing some good positive stuff. If you're looking for the code word, the last code word for text for Tay-Tay, we'll just stick around. We'll tell it to you really soon.
But in the meantime, have a think about this. What are the quirky things that you've seen in Adelaide, South Australia, that you've gone, what the fork is that about?
We heard from someone who was talking about the mole people.
That's
real.
It cannot be a thing.
That's genuine. That's a thing.
It's like there's a whole underground group of people living under our city.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Are they called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes. Oh my God. How did you know that?
That is ridiculous.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Yeah, what the fork. We do this each and every week. Different situations that you look at and you go, what the fork is that about? Of course, it has arisen out of the fact that no kitchen in any workplace ever has forks in the drawer, leading everyone to say, what the fork?
I stole 2 forks from Channel 7 the other day.
Why?
Yeah. Just because I used them and I put them in my container and they ended up being at home, and my wife was like, these are definitely not our forks.
And did you take them back and do the right thing?
I said, keep them, Cara. You can never have too many forks.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But then
that's how it starts.
Don't you think about all the people in your workplace who've had their mouth around those forks?
It's fine.
It's fine.
We're so tight. It's like family, you know?
The What the Fork this week, we'll be celebrating all things South Australia. It's the end of the year. We thought it was the most appropriate thing to do. So have a think about it on 13 24 10. What do you look at in South Australia that is unique to us that you go, what the fork?
Yes.
Kick us off, Andrew Hayes.
I'll kick us off in a really solid direction, and that is a beach whale in the middle of the Torrens.
Oh, no. I'm beached, bro. I'm beached ears.
Don't see that in any other states, do you? That's why we are the envy of the nation.
There was another one that you were talking about the other day that blew my mind as well, and that was the Southern Expressway.
So when I first came here, which was 2006, it was one way. Have we all forgotten that the Southern Expressway was one way, and there was different times when it changed and went different directions? When I would explain that to my friends and family back in New South Wales, it blew their mind, and it genuinely ignited all sorts of bullying towards South Australia.
Yeah, and for a long time after it became 2 ways, we built it and became 2 ways, and we'd go visit the South Coast.
Yeah.
And I would still to my husband for a year afterwards go, we'll just have to wait till after 1 o'clock to the to the expressway. And he's like, mate, it's been 2 ways for a year.
Yes, but you're also the same person who consistently gets caught on the O-Bahn.
That is not true. Of the two of us, who's been caught on the O-Bahn? Actual.
I was on foot one time after a little session where I was very hydrated after the line. I was trying to get to location B. I ended up C, which was on the O-Bahn. So lucky I survived, to be honest with you.
I've got one for you. We are consistently the state who has a car race for the better part of most years, except for when COVID hit and then we cancelled it all. But each and every year we have the same car race in the same spot, and we spend months and months and months building a grandstand, and then when the car race is over, it disappears like it never happened.
Yes.
I mean, is there thoughts that we could just build one grandstand that could stay there?
Yeah, or we could build a track in Adelaide that hosts these things. Oh, that's right, we did it at the Bend. Yeah. It's friggin' miles away.
Producer Zoe, you got one?
Yes, every time I walk past it, the pigeon in the mole.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate it. What's he doing there?
What's he doing there?
What the fork?
Lucky
What
he was
the
cheap
fork?
too. Lucky he was cheap to build.
What was he? He was
a couple of 100,000.
like, that surely could have been spent elsewhere. Also, the pigs, I do kind of like them though.
Yeah,
There's always cute photos of kids visiting from interstate sitting on the pigs. Like, how cool is this?
So you're just going to talk about the ornaments in the mall and not talk about the balls?
The balls. I think they're kind of artistic, you know?
Yes, they're very, very unique. When you're like, Moore's balls.
Yeah, but then also we always get these drunk people that go, I'm going to scale that.
I'm going to jump on that.
That's our Everest, and I'm going to get to the top of it.
And they always get to the top.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's quite an achievement. I've never tried to, but I was looking to be like, well, how the hell do you get around? First ball, fine. But then you got to get around the second ball, really difficult
People
stuff.
don't, not that we condone this behaviour, because I always look at it and think, if that person falls, they're going to break their neck.
Oh, big time.
But they climb up onto the roof of the Rundle Plaza and then jump on.
Yeah, 13, 24, 10. Are you on top of the mall right now listening to us? Producer Emily, you got one?
Well, it's not really a thing that's in place, but we were talking about it, and Hazy, you had no idea what it was, but the Somerton Man, which is like a mystery that we've had in South Australia. So in 1948, so it's been going on for 75 years, a man was found deceased just resting up against the wall at Somerton, and they thought there were all these theories that he could have been a spy because he didn't have any labels on his clothes. He had some weird scripture in his pocket, but
you know what? They solved that last year, and it was a real anticlimax because he was just a dude from Melbourne.
Yeah,
who came
but
across.
75 years worth of mystery. But I think also South Australia bats above its average with serial killers and really weird crime stuff. Yeah,
We're good at that, aren't we?
We're known for it. Oliver, Horatio, Truffles, and Augusta are the pigs in the mall. It was bothering me.
Get a bit of research on the spot.
Let's go to Joshua. Hey, Josh.
Oh, yeah, how you going?
Good. Okay, What the Fork, the Adelaide edition. What you got?
I've been doing a bit of research, and there was this dude that's been climbing down through through the back stairways somewhere in Hindley Street, and he's talking about Adelaide mole people.
Yes.
What?
I've been looking at the same Instagram site, I reckon, Josh. So is this it's the mole people in general? There's a whole sort of secret society down there, apparently.
Where?
Yeah, there's like tunnels under Adelaide.
Yep.
What?
Because and it's got similar vibes to, there's like a genuine, it's a community underneath the
underneath
sewer
us
systems in
all.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, right.
And I'm trying to say there's also probably something similar in Adelaide.
Josh,
Yeah.
is this legit?
Yeah, I watched a dude. He was on TikTok or one of those things, and he actually climbed down through there and come out. He climbed down through. He went through a toilet, the women's toilet in Rundle Mall Hindley Street, and come out in this cave system.
Yes.
You can actually look it up. It's pretty tripped out.
Mate, I've seen the same thing, and it's, I sort of started and I was flicking through, and then I watched one video, and then I reckon I was there for about an hour and a half. It's crazy.
I reckon
The other thing that I seen was there's actually a tunnel that runs from the main island, Australia, to Kangaroo Island. You can just walk underneath the sea to Kangaroo Island.
That one's extreme.
The mole people I was going with, Josh, but I don't know about a tunnel.
That's a lot of underground work. It's a lot of secret work.
Thank you
isn't
so
it?
much for your call.
That's excellent.
I've seen you mole around Hindley Street on the odd occasion.
Yes. Yes, and don't ask Josh or this bloke how he figured out those tunnels, particularly a secret women's toilet, for goodness sake.
Goodness me. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How you going?
Good. What the Fork in Adelaide? Hit us.
The big Scottish man in the kilt.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Got his motel.
Isn't he grotesque, but also at the same time just so beautiful.
Yes, he's pretty iconic.
There was talk that they were going to sell him off or get rid of him, I reckon, at Scotty's.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you sell the bloke off? He's an absolute icon. We love him. Look at him. Listen to him. Plays the bagpipes. I remember going down, and everyone, if you go past him, everyone sort of stops and has a little look underneath, sees what's going on.
Sees what's happening.
Yeah. And there's a bit going on. Have you done that, Kelly? Have you had a little look at underneath the kilt?
Oh, I don't know if I've been that close. I think Ben and Liam got in a little bit of trouble when they got a bit too close to him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because you're supposed to have a look. They got right in up inside underneath his kilt.
They did. I think they were on a forklift even or something like that.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, he
about
didn't
those
like
boys.
that. He did not like that at all.
No. Do you like someone looking under your Scottish kilt? No.
No, thank
Not.
you.
Leanne, what have you got for us? What the Fork, the Adelaide, South Australia edition?
Good morning. Yeah, no, on the side of the road, just out of Port Wakefield, Dublin, there's a statue of a cockroach, which was put there initially as a protest against the dump that was going in.
No.
And we stuck a sign on it and went, hey, we've got the world's largest cockroach cage.
That's why. That is really making the most of a small opportunity, isn't it?
Statue of a cockroach.
Yeah,
Let's
world's
Google
largest
it.
cockroach.
World class.
Yeah, wow.
But, yeah,
So you guys got the giant cockroach.
yeah, apparently.
That works.
Okay, keep the text coming, 0400 919 919. We'd love to hear from you. What the Fork, the Adelaide edition.
That's why we are unique, South Australia.
Aren't we just?
And that's why the other states beat us up and take our lunch money. Well, you wouldn't bloody believe it. We've come to the grand finale of Text for Tay-Tay. This is the last code word. Can you believe it?
Yes, and the last and final code word is love.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't
We
it?
love love.
Yeah, how good's love?
Love's amazing.
No one dislikes love, particularly a Taylor Swift,
No.
who's in love with Travis Kelce as we speak. Just moved in together to his Kansas City mansion.
Have they moved in?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Did you just make that up?
Oh, I just saw that as a headline before. Not quite the bright lights of New York or LA, but Kansas City, still pretty cool.
He's like the mayor there, or his brother is, isn't he?
Well, he'd be the mayor of Philadelphia.
Yeah, whatever.
What if you could book your hotel now and choose to pay when you get there?
With thousands of flexible booking options in select stays, you're only a what if away from your next holiday.
Book on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel? Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your host, Snooze News.
Well, it was a sombre start to question time in federal parliament yesterday, so Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton each read from that incredible letter penned last week by Grant and Emma Stevens, which reflected on the life of their son Charlie, who, of course, the 18-year-old was fatally struck by a car at Galway Beach last week amid schoolies' celebrations. Peter Dutton got quite teary yesterday reading out that letter. There will be a public twilight service honouring the young life of Charlie tomorrow night in the William McGarry room at the Adelaide Oval. So everyone's welcome to come along and pay tribute to him. So they're not quite sure how many people they're going to get there, but it will spill out into the grandstand and it will be played on the big screen as well. This is nice. So in lieu of flowers, the Stevens family have asked mourners to consider donating to Operation Flinders Foundation, of which he is a strong supporter of. So that's really lovely. So everyone welcome to come along and pay tribute to a bright young man who is gone far too soon.
Yeah, sorry, that's a heavy one, isn't it?
Yes.
Obviously, we've spoken about it a little bit, but the wild weather yesterday. So the cleanup will continue. We had some crazy rainfall totals. There was 45 millimetres in an hour at Scotch College. Belair was also hardest hit. Southern suburbs as well. So there's lots of cleaning up that's happening today. If you can, get out and try and contribute to your local cafes if you know ones that were underwater that had to shut yesterday. I know a few along the parade were. I'll have a little bit more on the bad weather and sort of what's happening today in regards to the cleanup a little bit later in the show. But yeah, what a wild day it was.
And obviously a Moby Dick update for us.
Yes, I have a Moby Dick update, which I thought in my career, in my 7 years of been doing this, that I wouldn't be talking about Moby Dick, but here we are.
Newsy.
I just sort of stress something as well. If you see Moby Dick along the Torrens, do not pat him.
No.
Do not pat
Hates
him because I know what you're thinking. Oh, he only eats krill. But he's so hungry, it gets to a stage where everything starts to look like krill.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you've just got to be careful.
Thank you for that public service announcement.
No problems at all. That's what I'm here for. Nova 919. Let's talk about the cricket last night. Finally, the Aussies won.
Hey!
Yay! They won a T20, even though it doesn't really matter because we won the World Cup and the best players aren't playing. But Glenn Maxwell, if you don't mind, 104 not out off 48 balls. That guy's an absolute freak.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
So India, 3 for 222. Australia, 5 for 225. We'll take them when we can get it. So this is what happens to T20s all the time. When we lose, we go, it doesn't matter because it's T20s. But when we win, don't we shout it from the rooftops?
Oh, don't we?
Yeah.
Did you see that post from Adam Gilchrist the other day of his son? Did you see it? So it was on Instagram. There's obviously a park in WA that's named the Adam Gilchrist Park.
Yeah.
And it's just got his son standing underneath the sign, just taking a piss. He's just weeing on his dad's park.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even going to tell you what Graham Corns was doing on the Graham Corns deck.
Newsy.
That'll do us, I reckon.
The 6:15 Vending Machine Quiz.
This is how it works this morning. We've got 3 questions for you. You just have to get to the third question, get that correct, and you get to have a red hot go at the vending machine, which is jam-packed full of prizes. We're talking Sixers tickets, Fun Lab packages worth $200, Milky Lane vouchers. It's all there.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, it's just jam-packed. How can so many outrageous prizes be in one small little vending machine? I'll tell you why, because he's a unit.
No, I don't.
He's trained for this his whole life.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what he was born to do, the 6:15.
He's living it. He's living his dream.
Let's go to Christy from Dover Gardens. Hey, Christy.
Morning, guys.
How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
How'd you go with that wild and woolly weather yesterday?
Oh, lucky I wasn't working, so just had to get my daughter to school, and that was, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was early, wasn't it? All right, 6:15, a vending machine quiz. Let's play. Question number 1. Who played Hannah Montana in the TV show of the same name?
Miley Cyrus.
Yes,
Bang.
you did.
Journey is usually the part that you remember anyway.
Oh, so true, Miley. So true.
Good work, Christy. Question number 2. Name this band that was inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame this month.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I say you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. Wow.
Who's that, Christy?
I know the song, but I don't know what their name is.
It's like Jodie and song.
Oh, is it? Okay. Might have taken that out yesterday.
Oh, you did, actually. Not as good as your last contest. Congratulations.
Andy from Modbury Heights. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. How you going?
Good. Do you need to hear that again?
Is it the Jet?
Yeah.
Do I need to hear Jet again? No, I'm good. That'd just be for fun.
Okay, one more question. You get through this, you get a crack at the prizes. How many sides does a hexagon have?
Oh, gosh.
6.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you not know that?
No, I did not know that.
Okay.
The only one I know is oct, because of an octopus. So an octagon is 8 because of an octopus. And a decathlon is 10 for... Yes, that's all I know. Anyway, congratulations, great man.
Andy, can you please select a letter for us between A and C?
B.
B and a number between 2 and 6?
4.
4.
B4.
B4.
Here we go. What we don't need here is the chips.
Pretty smooth.
Andy.
Yes, please avoid the chips.
When you're ready, producer M.
There we go.
Andy. Oh, you're going to like this. You've won a $200 Fun Lab package.
Boom. Perfect.
That.
Yeah, play the day away at Fun Lab's new entertainment precinct opening in Rundle Place. It's already opened. In fact, it's opening this week, tomorrow. Geez, you could go there for the absolute premiere there, Andy. Pre-book now at Adelaide's first hijinks hotel, Strike Bowling, Archie Brothers, Cirque Electrique. It's all happening.
It's like an adult's playground. You're going to love it, Andy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Good
so
way to
much.
start the morning.
Yeah, bloody oath.
He's up and about now.
Good call, Andy. Good call.
Good start to his day. A wild, wild story coming out of the US to do with sport, which is why I brought it to the table because I knew you'd like it.
Classic.
It's ice hockey.
Oh,
given that, okay.
Thank gosh, I thought you were going to talk about Josh Giddey for a second. I was like,
no.
Boy, don't you touch that, Jodie.
No, I certainly am giving that a wide berth. However, there's this incredible rumour going around at the moment. So the Chicago Blackhawks in the NHL, right?
Go Blackhawks.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, they're a franchise. They brought in a veteran called Corey Perry to try and mentor one of their young recruits. He's 18 years old, right? Okay. So they brought him in to try and help out Connor Bedard. So the idea was they sort of lived together and he would mentor him and teach him and guide him and, you know, here's a fantastic NHL career. Away you go, young man. Yep. However, Corey Perry is on indefinite leave from the Chicago Blackhawks because he stands accused of sleeping with his protege's mum.
Yes. Love's love, isn't it? Do you know what? This happened in the NBA as well quite recently.
Did it?
Yes.
What?
So Larsa Pippen, whose son is Scotty Pippen Jr.
Yes.
She was, I think, hooking up with one of his teammates when he was on the Lakers.
Oh.
Something along those lines as well. What's going on in American sport?
What on earth is going on? And it just got me to thinking, like, you know, how does this even happen? However, if a young Andrew Hayes was being mentored by producer Zoe's mum, I can see how it goes on.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Zoe, can't you see? It's not the girl for me. I suppose love's love, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm in love with Zoe's mum.
So for those playing along at home for the first time, if you haven't worked it out, producer Zoe's mum, Bindi, is hot.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for clearing that one up, Andrew.
I hope she's listening. Into the studio enters newsreader Abby. Good morning to you, Dulce.
Good morning.
He doesn't on purpose.
Doesn't love that.
Just ignore him.
Doesn't love that.
Just you do you, boo. Don't worry about what's going on.
There's an image in
there.
my head right now of what I'm doing to Hazy.
Is there blood? Is there blood?
It involves a knife.
Oh, gosh.
And blood.
Oh, my. I thought you were going to say I'm going to butter you a nice piece of toast. It's not that at all.
Red jam on it.
Bit happening yesterday.
There was a bit happening yesterday. The newsroom was going absolutely mental, but that's when I do my best work.
That's so true, when you're under pressure.
I love it when the world is going to an absolute crap storm out there. Love it. Anyway, so we obviously had the very wild weather and the storms. Very Queensland-like, might I add. Really reminded me of my time up in the Sunshine State. But yes, it was a pretty wild day. The cleanup's going to continue today, which we've sort of been speaking about all morning. We've got to go and rescue Moby Dick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the big thing.
That's the big talking point that everyone's talking about this morning. Yeah. What about yesterday morning as well, when he actually escaped? The scenes just at the
You've
front
got
of
an exclusive, do you?
Old brewery there.
Come on, Willie. You only have to do it once. Just once, boy.
Here he is. And then bang, got a big run up. Cleared
and
it.
100 metres down the river.
Got into the Torrens and then, 100 metres down the track.
Oh, no. I'm beached, bro. I'm beached is.
And then no one knew what to do with Moby Dick. Fast forward 3 hours later, he was in all sorts of trouble when the weather cleared up.
Do you happen to have a bucket or a hose, bro? I need to get wet ASAP.
So what's the latest with Moby Dick? Yeah.
So they're going, a crane wasn't available yesterday.
Oh, no.
Surprise, surprise. So they're going to get a crane today, hopefully, and they're going to go and rescue Moby.
Yeah.
Get a hose on him.
Yeah.
So they're going to go and do that today. But obviously there's been lots of damage to the Christmas riverbank display. So it's probably going to be closed at least for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
The team are hoping to get it back up and running by the weekend, but it'll just depend on how much damage there's been.
Have we learnt nothing? I remember being a young journalist for Channel 10 chasing the last whale down the Torrens with the cameraman in tow. It's like going, it's over there.
Yeah. And then Jodie catching up with Moby Dick.
Bro, you're heaps beached. So beached. Beached is.
It didn't help him at all as well.
Getting on it and riding it back to the display.
Can we just give up on that display? I mean, honestly.
As if this isn't a message. This is not a message. It was not the first or second day that it was actually put in there and then bang, gets swept out.
But as much as that was hilarious, there obviously is a lot of people across the city who were dealing with, roofs that had ripped off. There was a cement wall that fell over. This baby and woman miraculously and her husband miraculously survived, fell onto their house, flooded businesses as well. Some of the rainfall totals, though, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this sort of stuff. So the rainfall totals were huge. We had Scotch College was 45.8 millimetres in 1 hour to 7:02 a.m.
No, I get it. That's outrageous.
Mental. And then we had 44.2 millimetres in 3 hours to 8:52 a.m. and that was at Belair. So some of the hardest hit suburbs were sort of the Mitcham Belair area and then also the south. RSPCA, one of the state's oldest shelters there, that's in Lonsdale. That's really badly damaged.
All right.
So lots going on. So hopefully everyone who does have damage will be, helped quickly. But a bit of a wild weather day.
Well, fortunately, the RSPCA at Lonsdale are building a new facility that they're about to move into because the other one was on its last legs, so to speak.
So I dare say this is probably it for it.
Yeah, and this was sad, couldn't get to the cheese section at the Coles at the Avenues yesterday because that got flooded.
Oh, no. Usually it is flooded in there. We've mentioned this before because they've got to hose you out of the Avenue. There she is. I couldn't get a free cheese sample at Avenue, so I was very upset.
Stop telling people I take samples at the Avenue. I don't go there for free
What have you got
samples.
there? What have you got there? Hello, Jodie.
No, you have to pay for those raspberries. Get out.
There was more than 200 calls to SES, but just wanted to say a big shout out to all of our emergency service workers. Police were out because there were blackouts, there was traffic lights out, lots of SES out and about, and obviously the fireys as well. So thanks to everyone who has helped, and let's get cleaned up and on to the next one.
Let's go again.
Good stuff. Taylor Swift love story. Coincidentally, the final code word for Tex for Tay-Tay is love. You believe this time tomorrow we'll have a winner?
I know. Who doesn't love love? Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. Flights, accommodation, everything paid for over in Melbourne to see her. You've still got a chance just to swoop in like Stephen Bradbury. Text through love 0400 919 919. Just clean up this thing.
Yeah. And who doesn't love a good pedicure is a question as well.
Me. I don't like a good pedicure. I don't like anyone within about 5 metres of my feet.
Yeah. I thought it was 5Ks actually.
5Ks, yeah. I'm fine with that.
So this is the deal. You hate people touching your feet. You've neglected your feet horribly for the better part of last 3 or 4 decades.
It's a real distant relationship I have with my feet.
It has. It is. And so Battle of the Bangers is coming down to the wire tomorrow. There will be a winner, but there needs to be a punishment for the loser. So if you lose, I'm going to make you have a pedicure.
Yeah, and if I win, guess what? Oh, it's been confirmed. You're going to give me the pedicure.
I don't know that I agree to that. I think
it's all locked in.
that has been loosely flagged on air. Abs, that was never logged in. Is that your understanding that was logged in?
I would like to see it happen, if I'm honest.
Yes, exactly.
I called you a 70-year-old, so I'm in the crap already. I'm off your Christmas card list.
Yeah. I don't think you're ever on it. To be honest.
If you're doing it, do you want to bring your own angle grinder or do you want me to provide one? Because I've got a few tradie mates that can help you out.
Think Dumb and Dumber, where he has remember when he's getting his toenails ground out?
Sparks flying off my feet.
You're missing toenails, aren't you?
I'm missing toenails. There's like extra toes. There's like extra long hair too. My toenail hair as well on the big toe. Oh, it's like bordering 4 or 5 inches. Unbelievable stuff.
Cannot lose tomorrow. I cannot. All right, we're going to launch our Battle of the Bangers songs tomorrow. Please vote for me, otherwise this is going to be heinous.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's On This Daysey.
Wednesday edition of On This Daysey. That time of the day where you go, do you know what? Sit down, tools down. Let's just cop a little injection of knowledge.
Sure.
Won't hurt for very long. Okay. 29th of November, let's go back to 1948. Australia's first Holden motor vehicle was launched by GM Holden. What a run.
Just the heartland out there for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Good old Centrals boy.
Yes, like each and every year we do like a little bit of an advertiser promo photo.
Yeah.
Out of the factory.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, good wholesome fun.
It's just iconic as well. The Holden strip across the doggies' guns.
Yeah.
Just as iconic now with Peter Page Hyundai. But what an institution it was. Like genuinely one of the great partnerships. I'm starting to tear up. Oh, boy.
You okay?
Yeah. 2012. Uber officially launched in Sydney. New South Wales was the first state in Australia to provide the service.
I think everyone, when Uber came out, was like, what is this?
Yeah,
like, we've got taxis. No thanks.
Yeah. No, like, good luck. Imitate, like, these fake taxis.
Yeah.
And now taxis, it's tough.
And now that I've got a business account for Nova, I'm away.
Yeah. Oh, how good's Uber? 2010, Rolling in the Deep.
Oh.
By Adele.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Was released.
Was it?
Yeah. Remember a few days ago when I told you that joke about crashing the car and said rolling in the Jeep?
Yeah.
That was funny, wasn't it? And that one song on November 29 in 1997 was Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Oh, get knocked down and get back up again. You're never going to keep me down.
It's just a song that we don't tie ourselves to because it's about irresponsible drinking.
Yeah. So, no idea.
Enjoy though.
Well, Hazy, next you see is the return of an absolute cult favourite. It is called Gladiators. The host of it is Liz Ellis and Bo Ryan, and they join us in the studio now. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, love a redo.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day, like Vulcan Tower, some of the Gladiators.
Yeah.
It's good to have you guys back on the screens.
Oh, it's great to be back. And it's great to have Gladiators back. Lots of people asked me when we started, do you remember, like when you were growing up watching Gladiators? I'm so old that I was actually grown up when Gladiators started. But I do remember, Vulcan and Delta, Storm, like all those guys.
So
They
fierce.
were so big and fierce and strong and scary.
Yeah. And what about you, Bo? What's your memories of
Well, it was iconic for me. I mean, mid-90s, I grew up, I idolised Hammer. Obviously, he played rugby league. I played rugby league. I wanted to be a rugby league player. That didn't work out for me. Technically, I did play, but, well, here we are. We are. But I just remember, again, Vulcan, Hammer, Delta, and then getting home and then pretending my lounge was the pyramid.
Yeah, right.
But it was so iconic. And stepping on set first day with Liz for this new season, full circle moment, hey?
Yeah.
It was really, I had tingles the entire time.
Well, we've ticked off the Gladiator box, but let's get to the real stuff because Hazy desperately wants to talk rugby league with you and I desperately want to talk netball with Liz. So here we are.
Can't believe, Bo, you sold yourself short there. What, 110, 120 games?
127. But who's counting, right?
What, about 100 of the West Tigers, which means as well that you know the great Benji Marshall.
Yeah, it was funny. The other day I was going for a swim in Sydney and this kid, he was about 11 years old, a little Islander kid from out west of Penrith, and he said, you used to play NRL because he was with his dad. His dad noticed me I started talking to him. I said, who do you go for? He goes, Penrith. He goes, who did you play for? I said, the Tigers. And he started laughing his head off. I said, the Tigers used to be good. And he said, when? And I said, how old are you? And he said, 11. I said, before that, we were good.
Can we talk to Liz now?
Yeah.
Netball. Oh my God, I've been dying to.
Best netballer of all time.
Best netballer of all time.
Arguably.
And I grew up idolising Liz, watching you play, Liz. And I very embarrassingly said to Hazy, I hit you up on a plane once, and I'm so embarrassed about that. But I just wanted to say hello. I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, that's so nice.
No, it's not. It's creepy.
No, it's nice. I love it when people come to say hello to me. And I feel like my husband laughs at me because I think the world's a great place. People smile at me. They say hello to me. I think the world's beautiful. And then when we go overseas, I know people here don't smile. It's because they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Is this what the rest of the world has to put up with? No one smiles at them.
I thought everyone was lovely.
I know, the whole world's beautiful. People tell me that they love netball and everything, the world is happy. But
Yes. Are you still living on a farm?
I do still live on a farm in northern New South Wales.
Yeah.
Liz is the end goal. She's the end goal. She's comes down, does Gladiators for however long we filmed for.
15 years it felt like.
And then goes back to her little retreat. She's got a beautiful place up in the North Coast.
Yep.
And then comes down it's hard when you're trying to do voiceovers together.
Yes.
Because we have to do voiceovers for the show, and we have done none of 12.
No.
To be honest with you. And so we're going to try and knock some out today.
We are, but I also think that we should try and get like a recording studio in Byron Bay. I live near Byron Bay.
Or get someone else to do it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Who else sounds like us?
I reckon
Jody
Vulcan.
and Hazy.
You guys look like us. You sound like us.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you know what I mean?
I play netball like Liz.
You do, although Hazy has bigger calf muscles than
He
you.
does, and he
That's
probably
right.
plays better rugby league than me.
I'll put some pants on, but if someone ever said you look a little bit like Bo Ryan, I would absolutely tip my hat to
You
that.
take it when you.
Did you just say I'll put some pants on?
He does the show most mornings
Yeah,
without
right.
pants.
So, listener, let me paint the picture. Like I can only see Hazy from the waist up, so I don't know what's going on over there.
Well, that's an HR thing. They made me elevate the desk above waist height. So,
We said we can't make him wear pants, so just put the desk up so we don't have to look at it, you know?
It's fine.
I might sneak around later for a little peek. I won't touch anything.
She's allowed to have a little look.
Yeah.
We're free spirit. Free spirit in South Australia.
I
I
did ask to see your calves and you won't show me.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm just all upper body. No legs.
Yeah.
No legs.
Should we tell you a little bit about Gladiators while we're here?
Oh, we've got you. Some of the athletes as well. We've got two South Australians.
Yeah.
As well. So we've got Damien Gilbert-Ryder, who's Cobra, and also a guy who's close to us because we've done some stuff with him, is Kwame. He is Maximus, and he is one of the biggest units of all time.
He has the biggest legs. And do you know the problem is with these guys, when they all got announced as Gladiators, I started to follow them on Instagram. So now my algorithm's ruined because I used to have this algorithm of wine and cheese and beer.
Yeah.
And now all the algorithms suggested for you is all these. Yeah, that's
Just Kwame shirtless.
But now I get all this fitness stuff. I don't want fitness stuff. I'm too old for fitness stuff.
Well, we're super excited. Gladiators returns Sunday, January 7 on the beautiful 10 network. Thanks so much for coming in. That's about it for us. It's been an eventful morning.
It has, hasn't it?
Whale safe.
Yeah, the whale is safe. So from us to you, we'll leave you with this.
Do you happen to have a bucket or a hose broom? I need to get wet ASAP.
Adelaide, Jody and Hazy are done. Missed any of the show? Catch up on the Nova player and follow them. Jody and Hazy on the socials. Nova 919.